What's going on, guys? Shane here. Today we're going to cover 5 common footwork mistakes in boxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. Let's get it started. The first mistake is a lack of balance, and it can be any number of things that lead to this. One is having stiff legs. You want to have a slight bend in your knees so you have more rhythm. Another one is having too wide of a stance. You have power for shots, but you have no agility. And the other side of the spectrum is too narrow of a stance. You may be able to check your kicks and move around, but you have no base. People can knock you off balance very easy. So you want to find that in between. It's very important that you have a good stance because the rest of our tips are going to make sure that you follow these rules. So find that in between to where you have rhythm and your weight is evenly distributed between your left and your right leg. The next common mistake that we see quite often are people fighting flat-footed. Now, when you're fighting, keep the pressure in the balls of your feet. Doesn't mean that your heels have to be off the ground. You don't have to fight like you're standing on high heels. Keep the pressure in the balls of your feet and keep your movements efficient. If you're stepping out to the right, get your foot there quick. You know, a lot of the times I see people bouncing a lot. This is hang time. When I'm in the air, that takes more time to get from here to here. And then also I see people who are very jittery too. Like I said, keep it efficient, keep the weight in the balls of your feet, and get to where you need to be. The third most common mistake is crisscrossing your legs. Now, if you're more advanced, you know what you're doing, yes, there are going to be certain times where you shuffle your feet, or you step back as you punch. But like I said, that's advanced. If you're a beginner and you're watching this video, always keep your feet in the placement that they are. If you're stepping out to the left, move your left leg first. If you're moving out to the right, your right leg moves first. If you're going forward, the lead leg. If you're going back, the rear leg moves first. This way I'm never walking, because if I do that, then my hips are squared, I'm open for attack. You always want to keep yourself slightly bladed. What that means is I turn my hips, I give less surface area for you to strike, and then I keep my movements, like I said, very efficient, pressure in the balls of my feet. The next mistake is not keeping your hands in sync with your feet. A lot of the times we'll see punches being thrown and people leaning on shots or one foot off the ground when they throw. If you want power in your shots, if you want to be balanced, if you want to get proper hip rotation, both feet need to be on the ground by the time the punch lands. Okay, so a lot of the times you take the step on the punch, but like I said, by the time it lands, that's when my foot touches the ground. Here. Another thing to keep in mind too is however far I step with one foot, I need that other foot to catch up the same amount of distance. If I step 6 inches with my left, now I'm in that wide base. I need to catch up 6 inches here. Now I'm right back in the stance that I started in. And the final tip is don't be one-dimensional with your footwork. Don't just move forward and back. You're not fighting on a bridge, so use the full 360 degrees. Circle around your opponent, create angles. Another thing to remember is don't circle into their power hand. If you're an orthodox fighter fighting another right-handed orthodox fighter, why would I move into their power hand? I'm asking to get caught. Now there are times, again, if you're more advanced where you do that intentionally so that you can slip and set up body shots, but for the most part, move out to your right. Move into their jab hand so that you can work that, come over top of their shoulder with your right hand. Just free flow with it. Make sure that you're creating angles, moving left and right, not always forward or back. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Now, if you're looking for specific drills, we have a link in the description below and on screen right here that'll take you to fightTIPS.com. They're free. All you have to do is create a membership in order to access them. Until next time, I'm Shane with fightTIPS. Self-defense for the underdogs.